Hello everybody, and welcome to Ragnarok Battle Offline. So what is Ragnarok Battle Offline? Let's get into this real quick. So Ragnarok Battle Offline is an old game. It is a game that was originally made for like Windows XP or something like that. And it was made a few years ago, and I can't remember the exact day it was made, but I remember playing this game when I was young, when I was a kid. I'm not like super old, but I was like 8-9 years old or something like that when I was playing this game, and it is an amazingly fun game. It is a game that is based off the popular, at the time it was popular Ragnarok Online, which was which was a good MMO. It's a good MMO. I would recommend checking it out. I don't know how good it is these days compared to like before, but it was a fun little top-down MMO that people played, and I remember my brother used to play with his friends all the time, and it was a big thing. I never played it myself. Well, I have, but I only like tried it for a few minutes and then couldn't really get into it. So, but yeah, it was a really fun game. So this game was kind of like a tribute to it, and at the same time also like kind of like a parody of it. It makes jokes about it and kind of makes fun of it at the same time, but also pays tribute to it, and it shows that the people who made this game were big fans of the game. This was originally, I believe, a Japanese. I actually, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna try to even claim that I know what language this game is made in. The letters up there on the top right, where the Ragnarok Battle Offline logo is, on the top right, you can see some letters there that are different language. That's the language this game was made in. But there were, and it was never released in North America. It was never released in any English-speaking country, as far as I know. It was purely made in that, and it was made for another country down the line sometime too, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, it was a very, very, very obscure game. But somehow people from North America found it, and of course they translated it and they played it, and we. As you can see, there are translations for this game. This is probably the most complete translation I've seen in a long time. But yeah, these days getting this game is nigh impossible. It's very, very, very difficult. I'm lucky to have this game still, that we had it all those years ago, and that I still have it to this day. I am extremely lucky to have that, because this game is very, very, very rare. But yeah, it's an amazingly fun game, and good luck finding it. It's nigh impossible finding it these days. But yeah, because everywhere that all the fan forums and all the fan sites basically closed down over the years, the game has kind of, its fan base has like moved on, of course, because the game got DLC and expansion packs. It's actually a game that had expansion packs and things like that, and but eventually, of course, the developer stopped working on it, and I don't know what happened to developers. Anyways, though, what the actual game itself is, it is a 2D side-scroller beat 'em up, and kind of like action RPG kind of deal, and it's a lot of fun. We're just gonna get right into it. So, not really getting right into it because I took 5 minutes to talk about all that, but that's whatever. So, first things first, we have to decide how many people are playing. So if every player has to hold a button, you can play up to 3 players. It's kind of a weird number, but yeah, you can play up to 3 players on this. I'll be playing solo for the most of it, and for the very first playthrough, as the game itself isn't extremely long, it's mostly just difficult. It's a difficult game, and that's how long the game becomes, is just how difficult it is. It's especially known for having some pretty high levels difficulty spikes near the end of the game. So yeah, so every single character you can play as is the swordsman and the female equivalent, the archer female equivalent, magician female equivalent, merchant female equivalent, acolyte female equivalent, and thief female equivalent. Those are all the characters. The male and female equivalents tend to be very similar to one another. However, the female equivalents tend to have more mana, while the male equivalents tend to have more health. And also some abilities change a little bit depending on the characters. Like maybe the swordsman has like a slash attack that he's on the ground and smashes the ground, but the swordsman like rises up into the air and knocks people in the air. I'm not sure. I don't actually know the differences, but there are some small differences. The ones I do know is like the archer. The male archer is more of a ground archer. He stays on the ground and like shoots a bunch of arrows on the ground, and he has like a a move where he jumps in the air and shoots a bunch of arrows straight down on top of an enemy. However, the female archer, on the other hand, she shoots arrows into the air and makes them fall from the sky. And when she jumps in the air, she could shoot a bunch of arrows that spread out, hitting everything in front of her. Like, those are like examples. They have the same abilities, but their abilities are cast differently. The magicians probably have a lot of differences. The merchants have some good differences. The acolytes heal differently. The way they heal is done differently. So there's all these little differences between them, but they generally play the same role. And that is that they, the swordsman is the melee heavy hitting fighter who's tough to kill. The archer is the range physical fighter. The magician is the AoE spells. The merchant is like the AoE physical equivalent of the magician. They kind of just do a lot of damage in physical close combat. They're like the heaviest hitting characters here. The acolytes heal and perform and support, and the thieves move quickly and like poison, debuff enemies, things like that, and do long combos. So I will be playing as the swordsman. I will be playing as the I'll try to alternate between male and female for each class. I don't think I want to play every single character. Like, I'm not going to play male and female for every single character. But for now, I'll play... Which one should I start with? Male or female? The swordsman is the easiest class to get into and to show off the game as well. So, and it's probably one of the easiest classes to beat the game with, just because they're good for solo play. So that's why I'm going to be starting with them. The hardest solo class to win with is probably the acolyte. The acolyte is definitely more of a support class. So for using them in solo play is gonna be tough. They're probably the last class I use. But yeah. So let's play as the let's try the I think I played the female swordsman last time I played this game, so I'm gonna start with the male swordsman. And I'm gonna go to female archer, male magician, female merchant. I might actually go with the male merchant just because the male merchant was my very first character I ever played the game with. So then I'll go with the female acolyte, which I think she's better for solo play if I'm correct, compared to the male one. And then after that, I'll probably go to the male thief, and that'll be that. I don't know. Maybe I'll just pick however I feel. I don't know, because I like the female thief more than the male thief, but I like the but I like the female magician and the female swordsman more so. So I'll be the female swordsman. Whatever. All right. It took another 5 minutes just to pick a character. Cool. Oh, shoot, I messed that up. Okay. So, my mic's a little close to me, apparently. I think I'm talking really loudly into the mic. So I'm going to back this up a bit, just because I'm seeing a lot of spikes there. Sorry about that if you guys hear that. Believe it or not, I am not an expert at YouTube. Alright. So I'm going to call her Sabrina, just because that's my go-to female character name. And now we got to get into character creation. You start with 100 points, and I think you get like 13 points per level, and you start with 2 skill points. Alright, so I just looked it up, and it turns out that the strength stat increases the person's damage that they can do with physical attacks. And apparently at around 30 or so, basically you start dealing double the damage you start to deal at 1 strength. Agility, on the other hand, increases the character's evasion and speeds up their animations. I'm getting all this from the wiki, from the Ragnarok wiki, which apparently took this information from a handbook or whatever. The game must have came with a handbook, and or just some sort of guide or whatever you can get for it. But yeah, and apparently, so things such as if you're running, you're jumping, or if you're falling, attacking, things like that, the animations get faster the more agility you have. Also, once you reach a certain threshold of agility, you can even gain new extra hits in your combos, in your light combos. So yeah, probably not going to be a priority for the swordsman, but definitely going to be a stat I should look at anyways. Vitality increases your HP, your defense against physical damage, resistances to things such as status ailments, such as poisons and super armor, and yada yada yada. And one thing to know is that the swordsman does have stats that are increased. You see increased HP recovery, that gets higher with the higher the vitality stat is. So they have some stats some skills that actually require vitality, so it's a big stat for swordsman. But pretty much any character in the game should always increase their vitality, because it increases your health. Intelligence increases how much magic damage you do, and also increases things such as healing and things like that. And if you have to spam a lot of skills in your character class, it also, I think, speeds up how often you can gain skill points, how many skill points you can get at certain levels. So, or well, maybe not. I don't know. It's something the stat called SP. I think that's actually the mana of this game, the MP of this game. Sorry. So it increases not how many skill points you have, it increases how much you can use to skills, how much mana you have. The dexterity stat increases how much minimum damage your attacks can deal, but it also increases how much damage arrows deal if you're using an archer class. So it's important for them. It also means that if you get a certain amount of dexterity, you can also get an extra strong attack in your combo. Also, and then there's luck. Luck is like the weird stat, which of course increases your chance of lucky dodge, which is like a thing where if you get hit, you have a chance of just dodging it, and also increases how your chances of getting a critical hit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh god. But the odds are still very low, so you know it's a stat if you want to be risky. So yeah, like I said, strength is a good stat to have. Agility, I might put a few points into it right now. Vitality, I'm definitely putting points into it. Dex as well as Undertale, I'll just put 5 into it. Intelligence, I don't think I need intelligence right now. So now it's just a matter of doing this, just maxing out those stats. Minimum damage would be nice. And agility just for the animations. And there you go. Since the Swordsman doesn't use a whole lot of skills, I don't have to worry about putting too much in intelligence. I will start putting in a little bit later on when skills become a little bit more important, but for now I don't have to. Now I'm just looking up the skill build for the Swordsman, so give me 1 second. Alright, I am back, and yeah, so I just looked up an image online which has like all the skills that the classes can learn and like the skill tree and how they learn their skills. The Swordsman has a very small amount, but one of the things is that Sword Mastery I think increases just how much damage you do with your sword, and it also gives you new skills. It's like one of your things you get for skills. Increase HP recovery, of course, just gives you extra health when you recover, which is nice. And Provoke, if I'm correct, just makes enemies attack you or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to read up on that. But for now, Sword Mastery is what I'll take first, and then increase HP recovery. Sword Mastery mostly because when you reach a certain level with it, you start unlocking new skills. And Provoke can wait for now, I feel. Alright, and let's say, yeah, that's a good character to start with, I think. What will I do? Let's depart. Let's go out. Alright, so starting the game off, normally if you didn't have the expansions, you would only have Prontera Field available to you. That'd be the only level you can use. As you can see, it says the first trial that all adventurers must complete. Gather the necessary information you need to adventure here. But however, since I have both expansion 1, 2, and 3, I have EX Stage 1, EX Stage 3, and EX Stage 6, which EX Stage 1 and 2 are the first one, 3 and 4 is the next, 3, 4, and 5 is the next one, and then there's 6, 7, I think it's 6, 7, 8, something like that. I don't know. But as you can see, their difficulties are pretty high, and do not believe the difficulty stars on these things. The EX stages are meant to be played after you've beaten the game with a character. They are very difficult, and basically imagine it as difficulty EX 2 stars, which is basically like 7 stars. 5 stars plus 2. They're very, very tough. I tried them before, and I was never able to beat them. And I am looking forward to trying to beat them in these playthroughs. But yeah, so we should start on Prontera Field, and we'll unlock other levels as we beat them. Alright, so let's do this. Oh yeah, I forgot the swordsmen can't run, they just dash. Alright, so that's my quick attack. If I get enough agility, I'll be able to eventually get combos with that. And if I get enough dexterity, the strong attack will eventually have combos. But for now, I just have single attacks. So you have quick attacks and strong attacks. Also, a swordsman, currently I do not have any skills for, so I'm just going to be attacking normally and trying to beat these enemies. These are just Pronteras. I think these are Pronteras, that's what they're called. But they're just slimes. I don't know what they're called. But they're just little slime things and they die. I haven't, like I said, I haven't actually played Ragnarok Online, so I don't know the names of the creatures. But I do know that these things are the weakest enemies in the game, pretty much. Alright, let's keep going. So, now we're gonna fight infantry enemies. Rabbits are not that dangerous, they'll jump at you occasionally. These little slime guys, these little like worm guys are not dangerous at all. To be honest, the actual slimes themselves actually might be the more dangerous enemies here. Because they actually have a more likely attack to hit you with. But that's fine. Okay, so our first mini-boss. Every level is full of these things. So, get used to them. Yep, so these guys, they start off simple like that. They don't do much. They'll shake their tree when they get close to you. And they'll make like nuts fall. And that's how they attack you. Oh, you have a guard button, by the way. Are you gonna do anything? No, you're just gonna sit there? They normally can attack you, but it's... Oh, there you go. Okay, he just broke out of his thing and started shooting me. That's fine. I'll just beat the living crap out of him. And there you go. That was a really long little scene, but that's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but this game is only it was made in a 4:3 ratio. So I'm currently running the game at 1024 by 768, if I'm correct, is what it is. And that's of course not okay for YouTube. YouTube doesn't like weird resolutions like that. It doesn't take 4:3. It's 16:9. So because of that, I actually have to. The game is actually stretched out. These enemies are all stretched out slightly, and they look weird. They look a little. Understandably, I'm now running it at a 1280 by 720, but of course everything's gonna look slightly stretched out and fatter than they're supposed to. And I apologize for that, but sadly I couldn't really do anything about it. There's another way I could do it that can make the game a little better, but it'll have black bars. I might do that next recording session. But for now, we'll just have to deal with this stretched out view. And we'll see what we can do about it later. So yeah, my character's like a little bit bigger than she's supposed to be. And I'm looking at like the recording right now, and like the trees are slightly wider than they're supposed to be. So everything looks a little weird, that's why. I apologize, but that's just the sad truth of what happens when a game was made earlier in the years. Come on, alright, I can beat you. There we go. That's the nice thing about the warrior, is that she can just do a lot of damage, and she also survives for a while. She's no thief when it comes to like combos and things like that, and she's no merchant when it comes to raw damage, but she has a nice mix of speed, defense, and damage, which makes the swordsman a really fun class to use. And also just a really balanced fun class. Okay, this thing. Be wary of this thing. This thing can kill you very quickly. If you're not careful, this guy will run around for a bit, and when he stops, that means he's going to attack soon. As you can see, oh, there he goes on a stump. He plays a bunch of those music notes. Do not underestimate the music notes. They do a lot of damage, and if they all hit you, well, they each do a little bit of damage, but if they all hit you all at once, they can do a lot of damage. Very quick. And this guy can quickly kill you. So be extremely careful in that case. Alright, and now when he gets standing up like that, it means he goes a little bit crazier. Kind of block a bit, because sometimes it can reach you at the very edge. And there you go, he's dead. But yeah, no, if you like stand in the middle of that, you will die in seconds. It's guaranteed. He's actually a surprisingly dangerous boss for new players, because he basically teaches you, don't underestimate the boss. They're called porings, that's what they're called, right. So you can duck under this guy and then attack these things. Don't do too strong of an attack, because then your character gets stuck in the attack animation, and while you're attacking, you can get hit. So don't like attack too much, because you will get hit. Otherwise you can just duck under it and do this. For the longest time I didn't know you could just duck under his feet, so I was always jumping over him. Kill still hit, I'll report you. Yeah. It's kind of making fun of the players of the game. There's some players that were a little bit more toxic, like any game, so yeah. Most of the things you'll see are like jokes for the games. The people who play Ragnarok Online will know the jokes. I won't get the jokes probably, just because I've never played it, but it's still a fun game to play though. By all means, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun to play with friends too. If you have 3 controllers and you have 3 friends that can all play together, this is a really fun game to go through together. It's crazy. The game does balance itself to the number of players. So if you have 3 players, enemies are way tougher, so you have to work together to beat them. And like they have a lot more health and things like that. So yeah. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I don't know if she like spinned her sword and it hit things. Wait, how do I do the spinning one? Oh, interesting. So if you hold straight down, she'll do like an attack like that. But if you hold down and forward, diagonally down, she'll do that instead. Cool. I forget that there's like little things like that in this game that you can find out. Like how normally if you do a strong attack, this is a strong attack. If you hold forward, she does a slash. Things like that. Does that slash? Does she have like different slashes in here? Yeah, if you hold forward, she'll do that instead. The game does have like different moves and move sets that characters can use. And these move sets do get more and more complex as you get higher stats. So this thing, hit it in the head and then stop moving. Do not hit the shell. If you hit the shell, this is what happens. This is what happens when you hit the shell. Bam. He reflects and he does a shit ton of damage. A third of my health gone in an instant. So yeah, no, you do not hit the shell. But he's a really easy boss otherwise. Just, actually you could probably just sit like this and do this. Just do not hit the shell, because he will kill you. He can attack you normally. The little tentacles on his head can like stick out and hit you. But as long as you're doing this, he won't do anything. Otherwise, he's like probably the easiest boss in the entire goddamn game. Just because he can't attack you. But the big problem is that a lot of people might not realize that hitting the shell makes him like spin around and hit you. I didn't realize for the longest time. And that's what kills people usually. This is a new mini boss, so just beat the living crap out of this. Not that hard. As you can see, your damage slowly builds up as your combo builds up. That's a really nice thing to do. So if you can keep a combo going, you can do more and more damage. So this thing now is a butterfly, and we'll do that. That stuff is poison. If it hits you, you will be poisoned. There are stat effects in this game. And be warned, that little tongue thing he does hurts, but don't worry. As long as you jump on him and do this. As you see, he gets closer and closer to the ground as well as the fight goes on, so that's pretty cool. You can attack the poison, that will get rid of the poison. But I highly recommend just walking away from it. It's usually better. Oh, yep. Because the poison does a surprise amount. The clouds themselves do a little bit of damage themselves, but the poison itself does a lot. So be very wary of that. If I'm correct, if you stand still and lay down, your character will regenerate health faster. I'm not sure if it's faster if you lay down or if you just stand up. I'm not 100% sure. Because my character has improved HP regeneration, that skill, the HP regeneration goes up even faster than it normally does. So I could just sit here for a bit and yeah. I lose time, which makes you lose points, which I think makes you get less experience, but it's better than dying, where if you die, you get very, very, very little experience. Oh, and here we go. This is, I believe, the final boss of this stage. It's like the big boss. Yep. Eclipse. Watch out, this boss, do not underestimate this boss because it's a bunny. It is a tough boss and it can kill you. And it will kill you. It will also have little bunnies that will spawn for it, little minions. So be wary of that. They can spawn you health and things like that though. Watch it, he's gonna jump. Yeah. They do spawn health for you. Just remember that they're also there so they can attack you like that and stun you. And if they do, the boss can get an easy hit off. Otherwise though, it is a pretty easy boss compared to the later ones. But it doesn't mean you should underestimate it. This stuff just kind of slows you down, but doesn't really have anything else otherwise. I don't know why it does that. I never figured out what it does, other than slow you down. If he jumps like that, get ready to jump. Yeah, that attack there hits really hard, that little dash attack. So do not get hit by that. Oh, it's going to do it again. Shit, ow, I got hit. I messed up. Oh well, it's fine. I'll survive. I do have 2 lives. On the top right, you'll see the little leaf icon. Beside it, there's a 2. That's how many lives you have. I believe you have your life plus how many lives are there. You only lose when it's at 0 and you die. Ooh, I don't know if I can block her attacks, I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, so I'm not going to try. So, but yeah, her attacks hit really hard. I don't know if I think it's a her. I think it's like a mommy. So yeah, but there you go. She's beaten. The swordsman can do a lot of damage, so I can beat her pretty quick. But yeah. Do not underestimate the bosses in this game. Yeah, sure, they might seem easy, but they hit hard. This game punishes you really hardcore. Hey, leveled up. Cool. But yeah, this game punishes you really hardcore if you're not careful. So, alright, let's do the next stage. Record? No. Cancel, save, and quit? Yeah. You came back well, as expected. Get over here and rest for the rest of the day. And then your character gets all of his health back. And that's his entire game. That's his game. And it gets better and better as the levels go on. So check stats, and now I have 12 points. Okay, so it's 12 points you get. Let's increase agility to 10. Let's give myself a bit of strength and a bit of vitality. And let's get dexterity up. There we go. And sword mastery. Let's put 2 points into that so you can get bash. Because bash is a nice little ability you can get. I think it does decent damage, and then at level 5 it stuns enemies that it hits, or has a chance to stun them. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. So Morag Desert. So as you saw there, that was the grass field, and it wasn't that tough. This level puts up the difficulty. It's the 2-star difficulty. It's not a 1-star difficulty, it's a 2-star difficulty. The game just throws you into a higher difficulty. And yeah, no, it's definitely this is the first stage that most people will probably die on. Yeah, they might get through Promontory Field, no problem, but Morag Desert, that will destroy you if you're not ready for it. It's not a hard stage by any means, man. If you know what you're doing, it's not a hard stage. It's just new players might find themselves dying here and realizing just what this game might entail, you know. Here under the blazing sun, the scorching desert is a stage in this harsh environment that is a desert. Robust monsters stand in your path. Careful to not become their next meal. There's a few translation errors, but it's fine. It's expected. It's the fan translation. I freaking love this game. I actually tried recording this game once, like a year ago or so, but I messed up and I didn't record any of the sounds, and I just kind of gave up on it. I don't want to record the entire thing all over again. So I'd gotten through like most of the game in one recording, and I was like, no, I don't want to record all that again. So, but now we're back, and since my agility is high enough, I now have a double attack, as you can see here. I go bam bam. Now I have like a longer combo. My quick combo is not a 3-hit combo, which is cool. So now my character can hit harder, because the second and third hit in the combo hit harder than the first. So as you can see, there's no enemies. Now the enemies in this stage actually attack you. They actually try to kill you. So be careful. There's the little unique chicken. Otherwise, let's just beat these chickens up. One thing to know is that your character, if they hit an enemy, they can immediately cancel their attack into another attack. This game, basically, as long as you're hitting an enemy, you'll be able to just cancel your attacks. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. Alright, so now we have a boss. Let's be ready for this. Do not underestimate this chicken. This chicken hits really hard. It's one of the surprisingly tough boss, actually. Make one mistake and kill you instantly in one shot. Yeah! No, it's kind of a joke. Not kidding, actually. The chicken actually does have unique attacks that hits really hard, but it dies in one hit. I think it has 1 health. I don't think I've ever hit it where I didn't kill it in one shot. I think even if you went in with a character with only 1 on every stat, you'd still be able to you'd still be able to beat it in one go. All right. I think it actually just has 1 health, which is awesome. All right, so these little guys here, do not underestimate cactus guys. They can shoot you with projectiles, and they do punch you. Oh, scorpion. Scorpions is a tail. Yes, I actually had to figure this stuff out on my own because when I first played this game, we didn't have the English translation, so I actually just had to figure everything out on my own, which was fun. It was like my practice to playing foreign games that do not have English translations. Just try different things. But yeah, the scorpions can hit really hard if you're not careful, but otherwise just jump in the air and hit them with the tail and they shouldn't be able to hit you. They're actually not that dangerous looking at them, just don't stand in front of them. And of course, understand you have to hit them in the tail. The game normally tells you, but like I said, if you don't have the English if you don't have an English, if you don't have an English translation. There you go. Sorry, my brain stopped working there for some moment. If you don't have an English translation, then of course you have to figure that stuff on your own. Okay, anyways, moving on from that. 10 out of 10, best commentary you'll ever hear. Alright. Oh yeah, I have Bash now. Oh no, I don't have Bash. I unlocked it, but I didn't actually use it yet. These little sand guys aren't that dangerous. They will release like little waves at you of sand, but just attack them, they'll die quickly. Just if you see them smashing their heads into the ground, avoid them. Oh, right, this part. This is your first real boss in this stage. Mini boss, I should say. The golems. These guys will probably kill new players who aren't ready for them. So do not get hit by him. He hits really hard. You cannot block his attacks. You have to dodge his attacks. And his attacks hit hard. Alright, and as you can see, there's a second one. So there are 2 golems. This golem here is the melee golem. He will stand close and melee you. That golem will grab pillars and throw it at you. You can block the pillars, so do not be afraid of the pillars. You are able to block them, and you are able to block in the air, so take full advantage of that. Yes, that hand does hit you going up as well. It doesn't hit you hard, thankfully, but it does hit you, and it can set you up. Focus on the melee golem. I think he has more health than the other golem does, and he just does more damage. The pillars are annoying, but they're manageable, and they don't do that much damage compared to him. he can kill you in one hit pretty much if you're not careful. It doesn't kill you in one hit, but he can hit you pretty hard. Let's build up the combo. There we go. Let's just block this. And now this guy on his own is not a threat at all. That's the thing. If you try to kill this guy on his own, the other guy would probably just punch you and kill you. Ooh, boy, that was close. And so you're better off just killing the threat first. This guy doesn't really do much on his own. He's mostly just there to annoy you. But as long as you're careful, you should be fine. I think every single class can block as far as I know. So you should be fine. Otherwise, just avoid the pillars. They're not that hard to avoid. As long as you're not like getting stuck between the two, you should be fine. But yeah, if you're new to the game, they definitely gave me a hard time when I first played this game because I wasn't really. I mean, I was 8 years old, first of all. 8, 9, 10 years old, give or take. And second of all, because, you know, I just didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't good at games back then. So yeah, now this little chick, she brought her little mommy with her. I can still beat the living crap out of her now. Way more health now, but yeah, there you go. Beat the little chick first because it's annoying, because now... Oh. I made a mistake. Yep, you hit the big one, and all of them come at you, and they can swarm you, and they can combo you. So kill them quickly before they can swarm you. They're not that tough, believe it or not. It's just that they, if you get caught up in a bunch of them, they can all like hit you one after the next and rack up damage pretty quick. So just be careful. Like I said, this game isn't difficult in the sense that it's really punishing at times. If you make a mistake, you can get caught and take a lot of damage. And that's what this game relies on, like swarms and things like that. The later bosses are just tough. They just have really hard moves to dodge. But this early on, one of the biggest things that'll kill you is just carelessness. And so the game was saying, hey, be careful, enemies hiding in the sands, because the sand's in here in the front and you can't see the little ants in the way. But as a swordsman, I don't care, because my sword pretty much covers everything. Oh, there's this freaking scorpion. Okay. Let's just jump in the air and kill him. There we go. Alright, so now there's all these little ants here. I should probably just do... Yeah, there we go, that's a little bit of a quicker move. Probably just like quick attack, actually. Doesn't go far, but... Oh, they can actually reach me before I can... Their attacks go farther than my quick attacks, so that's not good. Alright, I probably don't even have to be crouched down, so I can just do this, because my attack hits downwards. So like that, and that'll kill them. There you go, yeah, not a big threat. I think the green ants are capable of healing, but they don't do it often, so you're fine. I think the yellow ants knock you up higher, and the red ants do more damage. I think that's what it is, something like that. Otherwise, there's no difference. I'm just talking out of my ass, but, you know. I try. Huh, surprisingly, we didn't see any stand clones, which is weird. I thought normally I see those in this level, but there's these weird, like, the sand creature things have these weird sand clones that they create that you're supposed to, like, avoid. But, yeah, it was weird. Oh well, so now we're fighting this giant worm thing. This is a really annoying boss to fight because his patterns are very erratic and weird, and they can hit you constantly. And these little ants, kill these ants as quickly as possible. They don't respawn. Just he can only, the way he hits you is by moving. So if he's moving into you, you're gonna get hurt. Yep, there he is. Now he's gonna go quickly the second time. It's the same pattern every time. It's just it's hard to remember. So now he's gonna come out and okay, now he's gonna do the loop. Right, he loops right around. Then I think he just comes down and comes right back down, right? Yeah, like that. Oh, he does it twice, right? There's like a little wave, right? And now I think he comes up and just acts normal, if I'm correct. Oh no, and this is when he just does a jump. Okay, and now he comes up and does normal. He just sits there for a bit. There, now he just sits there for a bit. Do not stand in front of him because he goes down in front of him. Alright, now he's going to come down quickly, so move. And now he's going to do the loop. Which is definitely probably the hardest one to dodge. There we go. Ah, shit, he hit me at the very last second. Now he's going to do the wave. You can't block his attacks, which is the most annoying part about this. Oh, shit. Yeah, now he does the jump, and after that he's going to go up and stand still, and that's when you can attack him. Yeah, he's definitely like the most annoying of like these little bosses here. When he does the loop, you can actually hit him a few times before he. Oh, shit! Yeah, no, I tried blocking, but I forgot that I couldn't block him. Now he's gonna do the loop. Nope. Oh shit! Oh shit! 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 I got caught. I might actually die here. I'm doing really bad. I am not killing this guy. I'm not hitting him anywhere near enough. I said, there we go, he's dead. But I am almost dead. That's not good. And this game doesn't get you any time to heal after that, because you get sucked into the sand. No. And now this awesome music plays. And another boss right after that boss. And this boss is just as hard and annoying. It's actually harder. It's Praeon. Yeah. So this is the boss. Oh god. You can block that wave, so don't be terrified of it. Just watch the ground. When he does this, he's gonna spikes are gonna come out of the ground. He has a lot of attacks, so be ready. You can block the spikes, so don't be afraid. Now it's gonna be his tongue attack, right? You can't block the tongue, so you have to watch out for that. Now I think he's gonna do the... yeah, that. Now he does this. Just avoid that. I'm not really explaining his moves right, but you can see them. Oh, I'm gonna get hit here. Oh yeah, you can block that, right? You can block a lot of his attacks, so he's surprisingly easy to deal with. It's just, yeah, that can happen. Spikes. Oof. Also gotta watch out your block gauge doesn't go down. Oh, no, tongue. Shit. I managed to have super armor there, which is nice, but... this freaking guy has a lot of health, too. Oh, the wave, right. The wave, then it's the tongue. Oh no, it's the jump, spikes, and then it's the tongue. Okay, right. I'm forgetting the pattern. The bosses have patterns though, which is nice. So tongue, so stay close to him, get behind him. There we go. There we go, he's dead. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna sit here for a bit. Yeah, I reduced the amount of experience I get, but I don't care, because we're not done yet. That boss had a name, but that doesn't matter. He wasn't the actual boss of the stage. Which is weird, because like the game makes you think that because the music changes and everything, but nope. No, we're not done yet. People who play Ragnarok Online might know who we're going to be dealing with next. But if you don't, then, well, it'll be a surprise. Because he might know where we are right now. Ow, jerk, I just healed that health. Jerk, I just healed that health. Ugh. And now we have these giant ants. Yep. These big black ant things. Those things can heal each other for quite a bit of health. And yeah. The characters in the background there, those like little robot guys, I think those are like supposed to be yeah, they're bots because apparently people bought the game before. There's bots in the game you can get, and they like farm for you. So yeah, and you just automatically fight. And so the game kind of just has like a bot character just as a joke for that or something. Yeah, Maya, the Ant Queen. I'm pretty sure that's what she is. So there we go. This is the actual boss of this stage. Watch the swords, they hit hard. Yeah. Oh, not that hard actually, surprisingly. But they will add on. She has a lot more health than the last boss did. You can block these, just if you see one coming towards you, just block. You can also perfect block, that is a thing you can do. I'm doing a lot of damage, holy shit. I'm doing way more damage than I thought I'd be doing. But yeah, I took out her wings first, and I have to attack her body. Watch the swords. Ow. I love the music in this game, by the way. The music is absolutely amazing. Every single boss in this game, every single stage has amazing music. Oh, now she does a jumping slash. After that, she does a stab, if I'm correct. She's gonna like launch her swords out, and she's gonna stab forward. After that, I think she walks on her swords. And that's a pretty annoying attack to dodge. No, she does a spinning surge. She does a spin attack like that, and then she walks on the swords. I can't remember the order. It's been a while. Ah! Okay, good. I don't know if I can jump high enough. I don't think there's super jumping in this game. There isn't. It's a jumping slash, and of course she has these little annoying ants that fight with her. Also watch her hair. Her hair actually does hit you when it stretches out like that before an attack. So be careful of that. Jumping slash. Just avoid the thing. She can combo you with that, and then walking. Oh, okay. I can jump over it. That's good to know. I think every class can. It's just a matter of difficulty doing so. So jumping slash is probably the easiest attack to dodge and the least dangerous. The stabbing slash is probably less dangerous. There we go, she's dead. Cool. I remember these bosses taking way longer. Maybe I was just an idiot when it came to building my character in the past. Maybe I just didn't have the right stats. Maybe I'm just better than I used to be. But yeah. So there we go. Also helps that I know the boss patterns and I know how to deal with their attacks. But yeah, so we're doing pretty good right now. That's first 2 stages dealt with, but I'm gonna start dying later, don't worry. Trust me, later on I will die. It will happen. Check my stats. I leveled up twice. Nice. Because I had 12, 24, and I had the 1 extra point that I left last time. Let's increase strength, let's increase vitality, let's increase dex a bit. Intelligence, let's put a few points into that. Let's get a bit more SP, because I'm going to be getting SP moves soon. So vitality, and agility, a bit of agility, why not? And 1 point in luck, why not? Alright, so bash, let's put a point into that, increase HP rate, and then put 2 points into sword mastery, because that's just a good thing to have, and it makes your sword stronger, if I am correct. I will actually look that up right now for you guys, just so that you guys don't have to look it up and I don't have to be an idiot. But yeah, let's see here. The Swordsman, the wiki, there's a wiki for this game, and the wiki tells you everything you need to know about it. So, oh no, I don't want to know moves, I want to know skills. So there is Sword Mastery, which I believe increases damage of every strike. Yeah, so just makes your character stronger, but also unlocks a lot of the moves you need. So that's nice. Alright, so anyways, moving on. Once you say yes to this, you can no longer make changes to your, I can make changes, but I can't go any farther back than this. Once you say okay, they're set in stone, and I'm gonna say okay to that. Alright, and let's depart. That 1 point in luck was probably a waste, but it's 1 point. 1 point doesn't make that big of a difference. It's just mostly don't put 2 points into a waste stat. So stage 3, Payon Dungeon. This actually stage, it says it's actually less difficult. To a degree it is. The monsters themselves aren't as tough, but they're more complex, and you'll get what I mean when you get into this stage. Is more complex than the other one. A cave being protected by great numbers of the deceased may be the first barrier for beginner adventurers. Don't get surrounded by too many of the deceased. It doesn't warn you about all the freaking other stuff that this stage does. This stage does a lot of crazy shit. Alright, let's go. So these undead guys, what they do is that when they fall down, you hit them once and they fall, and if you don't kill them in the first hit, they'll just fall on the ground. Like so. Oh no, these guys don't. The eggs don't do that. They just break apart. But these little skeletons, you hit them and they just fall, and then you can't hit them again until they come back up. So be careful of that. And as you can see, the stage also gets darker. So these little blue skeletons, they're faster and they hit harder, and they have more health. So if you don't, you probably won't be able to kill them in one hit like the white ones can. All right, so he's dead. Oh yeah, a bunch of other skeletons fall to the ground. I forgot about that. Alright, so let's kill these guys. Oh, as you can see, they can dash forward. That's the thing. The enemies in the stage actually attack you more consistently than the other 2 stages. So even though the actual enemies themselves aren't as tough, they don't hit as hard, they don't have as much health, they are harder to fight, and that actually makes this stage more difficult, I feel, which is why it's level 3. I just don't know why it's 1 difficulty. This one should be 2 difficulty as well, I feel. These are probably one of my favorite bosses and my favorite enemies in Ragnarok. They're just so cool. So the blue and the girl, kill the guy first. The guy is the highest priority. He's extremely dangerous. If they flash like that, you avoid his attack. The way these 2 work is that they do combo attacks. They work together. Also, the guy, if you jump into the air, he will kick you right back down to the ground. So he's the only that the girl doesn't do that. The girl's attacks are not as dangerous. She's not as aggressive, and she doesn't have combos that he has. If he goes to the left, she goes to the right. It means they're gonna do the combo attack. Dodges attack, because they will do strong attacks there. And if you see him flash, it means he's gonna do his combo attack. What happens is that he basically launches you into the air. He hits you, stuns you, launches you into the air, and then she jumps and smacks you when you're in the air. So, and there's quite a bit of damage, so avoid that. This guy should be dying soon. Oh god, yeah. They're really cool though. I really like using them. I really like fighting them, and they're really cool to fight. So now she's gonna do the little super attack, her special attack there. Yeah, she does that. She's actually really easy to beat on her own. She'll hit you a few times, but generally speaking, she's not tough. Now she's getting prepared for a super attack, but without the guy, she just runs at you. Oh, she's doing that one now. I guess she doesn't do her combo attack anymore because the guy's dead. She does that. It's probably her most competent attack where she hits you multiple times in a row, but otherwise not that dangerous. The biggest priority in that fight is to kill the guy, because he's the one that sets up the super combo, and he's also he's the stronger one. Skeleton archers. So they have less health than the assassin ones, but they can shoot you from afar, and it's annoying, so kill them. I still think the blue assassins are priority. They hit pretty hard. Ow, god. Come on. As you can see, my health is slowly getting drained throughout this level now. There's just something this level does. Oh yeah, this part. A bunch of skeletons just fall from the sky, and just you hope you don't get comboed by them. But they do give you a bunch of items, so that's nice. I'm practically back to full health, look at that. Just, you have to make sure you kill them before they all drop down. If not, you can get swarmed pretty quick. As a swordsman, though, I have a lot of range and a lot of damage. I can kill them all pretty quickly. And there's, I think, Wolyafa, I think that's what her name is. I can't remember for sure, we'll see it later. But yeah, so she sets off traps throughout this level. And these little fire things. I thought I could block them. Yeah, I can block them. Ah, I thought I could. I guess it's a perfect block them. If you perfect block things, you regain health, as you can tell. So use this to regain health. Oh, oh shit, it hits really hard if you miss though. And that just hits you with the arrow. Okay, that's fine though. I can't sit down right. This makes you walk forward automatically. You can also attack them. You can just hit them and break them, but I was just trying to show off and it backfired. Like it always does. Alright, I'm just gonna sit here if I can, yeah, because I'm at near death and I think there's another mini boss right ahead. So let's just sit here and heal. So how are you guys doing? I'm doing well. Thankfully I have increased health recovery, so my character will be able to recover health really quickly. And my vitality stats pretty high, so my health gets back really quick. And there you go. Alright, cool. Other classes don't have that luxury. They can still heal health like that, just not as fast. So this guy, you have to hit him in the head. If you hit him in the body, he'll like dodge. Also, his body does hurt you. But as you can see, he like dodges if you hit him in the body. You have to hit him in the head. And otherwise, he's like a boxer. He has all these little boxing moves. Otherwise, I don't really have a strategy for him. I just kind of attack him and just hope he dies before he kills me. Watch out, one thing he does is he has like a multi-hitting like uppercut attack that hits really hard. But just as long as you kill him fast enough, he should be fine. When I'm playing as like the Acolyte, I'm gonna have a hard time with him. But it's fine. Oh yeah, the zombies. The zombies will fall over just like the skeletons. They are undead. But they have way more health, so they are much harder to kill in one hit. They also hit harder if I'm correct. They're basically the stronger skeletons, but they're slower, so. Freaking falling skeletons. Ow. Did that actually happen in Ragnarok Online? Did the skeletons actually fall from the sky throughout the level and you have to like be careful about that? I really want to play that game again. I want to try playing it one day. Maybe I'll like, if I ever start streaming again, I'll start streaming MMO games. And I'll just stream like Ragnarok or something like that. That'd be fun. Explore games also have like there's like an MMO game that's like really old that that there's like a very dedicated fan base that like kept like servers and versions of the game running to this day, and I have it. I never played it. I could probably look at that too. Just look at these old school MMOs and, you know, experience them. Maybe I won't enjoy them, but I'll experience them. Right, this part. This part has rocks falling from the sky, as you can tell, and you have to kill all the enemies while you're avoiding the rocks. Let's just say you're basically guaranteed to take damage in most cases, because the rocks get really ridiculous at times. Ah, God. Did I get bashed? Or, oh no, I didn't get bashed, right. Shit. I unlocked it, but I didn't get it. I'm a fool. You can block the rocks, apparently, if you just perfectly time the block. I don't know if perfectly timing the block blocks everything. I don't think so. Let me out. Thank you. The wolves. Come on. They're not that tough. They attack. It's one of those weird little mini boss areas that aren't actually that threatening. Especially if you get them in the corner like this. I know I've never done this, but this works. Also, just so you know, you can only cancel attacks as long as you're canceling into a different attack. The best way to do that is to do like strong attack and then 4 strong attack. Strong attack, 4 strong, or doing like your quick combo and then like crouching quick combo, crouching quick. It's surprisingly effective. Or just alternating, quick, strong, and you can just cancel constantly. Right. This part. Giant boulder. It says escape. No, don't. You have to break the rock. Without getting hit by it, though. Yeah. Because at the end, you will eventually reach a dead end, and then the rock will just hit you, and you will get crushed by it, and it will hurt. Freaking fireballs are the worst thing in the world. Oh god, oh god. There we go. I can't wait to do that with the Acolyte. Oh my god. The Acolyte run's gonna be so goddamn hard. I just keep thinking about it. I'm so used to playing like physical, powerful classes like these guys. Alright. Come on. No. Bad skeleton. Alright, you die. Okay. I think we're near the end of the level. I don't think there's any other mini bosses. I think it's just like and one more tramp, and then the final boss, if I'm correct. Well, the final boss of this level, the big boss. Yeah, here we go. She runs, and then you follow her. Oh no, there's another mini boss. Right here. I forgot about this. Her. Do not underestimate this boss. She does very little. If you hit her, she will disappear like that. But she has a very dangerous attack. Only one attack, and it's very dangerous. When she does that, she takes her knife out and she stabs. If it hits you, it instantly kills. Like so. I didn't know she did it twice. I thought she only did it once. I am a fool. Oh, she also creates fire. I didn't know that. She just dies so fast, I've never seen it. Normally I kill her before she stabs me, but I messed up. And she stabbed me, and I died in one shot. Oh well, I'll be fine. I don't need the outer life to beat this level. The boss itself in this level isn't that tough. I can handle it pretty well. Alright, so I should kill you. Oh, ow. Freaking random eggs falling from the sky. Now there's skeletons falling from the sky. It's basically raining men, but not in the fun way. Or women, actually. There's absolutely no way of knowing if these skeletons are men or women. Isn't that weird? Or is there? Wait. Yeah. Male and female skeletons are actually different, right? Like they're slightly shaped differently. They are, aren't they? Or are they not? Someone tell me. I know that the YouTube comment section is an incredibly reliable source for that kind of stuff. Yeah, so you don't actually have to beat the enemies, you just gotta avoid them and get through this area without getting hit. Jumping over these spikes is a perfectly viable option, as you can tell, and there you go. That can go a lot worse, because there's a lot of enemies that spawn there. Alright. So Moonlight, Flower. Oh, she's called Moonlight. I thought she was called Wayafa. Maybe that's from the anime? There was a Ragnarok anime that I watched long ago. I thought she was called Wayafa. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm remembering. I'm remembering something. So the ones with the leaves are the ones that are obviously the clone. Ow. They don't hit anywhere near as hard as she does, so don't be afraid of their attacks. She hits hard on the other hand, so watch out, and she has special attacks. So first things first, she will just slam her her bell down. Whenever she stops moving means she's gonna attack. Oh, she does that. I think her next tank is the slam. She like slams it down in front of her. Come on. As long as she does, okay, yeah. So now she's gonna slam it, I think. There, jump. Oh no, she does a stun. Okay. I know they have attacks. I just don't remember what order their attacks are in. I never really paid attention to that. She does the stun. She did the slam now. I know she slams the bell down once in the fight. Right here. Oh, that's a powerful attack. Watch out for that. That hits hard. Alright. Basically, every single attack the bosses do you want to avoid because, understandably, they all hit hard because they're boss. But like that slam attack is like one of her strong attacks, but easy to dodge. The spinning attack is less dangerous, but it's harder to dodge, and then the stun just stuns you in place, which also does damage if I'm correct. And I think if she hits you with this, oh, she hit me with that. That's fine. I'll survive. I should beat her soon, considering my character's strength. Also, this music's awesome, by the way. Oh yeah, now she's gonna jump and stun. Oh, she just jumped on me. I didn't know she could jump on you. I've never seen that before. The more you know. Do not get close to her while she's stunning, because the stun effect actually lasts for a few seconds. It doesn't go away the moment after she uses it. But there you go, she's beaten. not the hardest boss in the game. I always found her easier than the Ant Queen. I felt like I think Maya was her name. Was easier to beat. Was harder to beat than her. Mostly because her attacks are really easy to dodge compared to the other one. So maybe this is an easier stage. I just feel like all the traps are just super dangerous. And I feel like the bosses are just harder to deal with. They don't have as easy of a strategy. You have to actually dodge their attacks and things like that. I don't know. I say that though, but I remember the sand guy gave me a hard time and the worm gave me a hard time when I was younger, so I don't know. I don't know which one's harder. It's kind of hard to tell. Alright, so let's get my strength at 20. Let's get my vitality at 20. Let's just get that out of the way. Man, let's get... Oh, I do have bash. How do I use bash? I need to figure that out. Let's get provoke. I think provoke is like down, strong attack. If I'm correct, that's HP recovery. So moving HP recovery. At level 3 HP recovery, you get moving HP recovery, which means your character can recover health while moving. However, it's much less than the health you get from standing still. But it does mean that as you're fighting, your character will slowly regenerate health, which might save your life. Alright, so the next stage is going to be the Orc Village. Do not believe the difficulty of the stage. This is a pretty big difficulty spike from the last 3 stages. And I mean, I was saying that the next stages are tough for beginners, but as you can tell, they're not that tough once you know what you're doing. This stage here may actually kill me, because the bosses in the stage and the enemies in the stage are hit really hard and they're tough. This is like the first actual stage you have to be worried about. I feel like the other 3 stages are kind of like tutorial stages, especially this one. But like these ones are all like teaching you different things, and then this one here is like the one that just throws you into the difficulty. It's not the super hard stage. Like I don't expect like grueling difficulty. I'm gonna die 100 times, but I may die here. I may be remembering wrong by how difficult it is, but I feel like I might die here if I'm not careful. This is the first stage you have to actually try really hard, or not really hard, but you have to try to beat it. I would say I may be like overhyping it a bit, but it definitely is not a stage that you can just casually walk through. Now, give me 2 seconds, guys. I will be taking a break, and I will be right back. Mostly just to go get water because I'm thirsty and I'm talking way too much. Well, no, I'm not talking too much. I'm talking enough. It's just that I'm talking more than I usually do, and because of that, my throat hurts. And don't worry about it. I'll be right back.